One of the things I enjoyed most about my professional work life was the opportunity to participate as part of a team on collaborative projects. A person reached out to me. She purchased some gear and she's looking for some help in getting that gear up and running. She's located in Northern California, and I'd like to use this video to see if I can't identify a few experienced DSO Imagers to work with me in a collaborative manner to help get her up and running to the point of first light through both her telescopes. Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to the channel. So what I'd like to do is introduce to you Project First Light, and the subtitle is New DSO Imager Virtual Fast Track Support Pilot. The concept here is, again, see if we can identify some subject matter experts based upon the equipment list that I'm going to share with you, and can we work in a collaborative manner virtually to get her up and running. Now, I'll do the groundwork. I'll be the one going out to her location, but there's many things I don't know, and people that may be familiar with the gear list that I'm going to show you could be very helpful in this project to get her up and going. So so this is kind of how I see the project goals. It's really about helping a new DSO Imager bring their 2 telescopes online, identify a volunteer support team of experienced DSO Imagers, named subject matter experts, create a online knowledge repository, hopefully with some supporting videos where appropriate. Use a Discord server to facilitate communication. If there's a better means, definitely open to that. Evaluate if a collaborative SME team approach can be helpful to fast track new DSO imagers up the learning curve. And document what works, what did not, and best way to refine the process. So, being a pilot project, this is what I see as the initial goals. Now, I've been communicating via email with this person, and her and I are going to do a Zoom call tomorrow evening, do the basic introductions. I want to get some her perspective. How did she wind up purchasing this gear? Who helped her purchase it? I do know that she is a highly skilled photographer, and maybe it was like me, the natural extension was take that photography knowledge and jump into the astrophotography, deep sky imaging world. These are the things I want to find out. I want to find out what her expectations are, how she kind of sees getting her equipment up and running. I want to assess what level of support does she really need, and those type of things. Again, she lives a couple of hours away from my location, so I'm willing to do the on-site work. And it might be fun for me because once my telescopes get dropped off at Starfront Observatories on December 29th, I'm going to be without any ability to put my hands on any hardware. So I'm thinking maybe a couple of these projects, will keep me engaged with new equipment and stuff like that. And overall, it could just be fun, getting a few people that are knowledgeable and can help shape the right kind of progression to get her up the learning curve. These subject matter experts that I call them would be able to say, based upon their experience, what were the most important things for them to know as a new DSO imager, And so we can kind of focus this person on certain knowledge areas. I mean, there's guiding, there's things like dark skies matter, seeing. So, as a new DSO imager, now she's got refractors, and she's got, which I'll share in a moment, and she's got what appear to be two good mounts. But beyond that, there's many things that a new DSO imager needs to be aware of. And can we work collaboratively as a team to kind of steer her in the right direction as far as what her priorities should be when it comes to gaining knowledge to support her imaging efforts once we get the actual hardware up and running, and she's got the first light coming through her tubes and doing some imaging in that. So here is the equipment list. So ideally, if people wanted to volunteer to be a SME, subject matter expert, it'd be helpful if they were knowledgeable with the gear. Now, how many people could be part of this virtual team? I'm thinking, 4, maybe 5, including myself. But, I don't know what the right number is. Again, this is what I'm calling a pilot because I haven't tried to do this before. But she's got a Williams Optics 132 with the flattener, the Turismo 71 with flattener. She elected to go with the 6200 MC and MM cameras. Pegasus Astro filter wheel and filters, Losmandy GM8, Rainbow Astro RST 135. So I think the 135 is a strain gauge type mount. And interestingly, she's gone with both the ASI Air platform. I don't know which one, whether it's the Plus or whatever. And again, she also wants to use N.I.N.A. So I think there's a lot here, and we should be able to build a small team to get her focused and getting up and running. I haven't worked with these two mounts before, so again, I'll be at the site, probably putting this equipment together and getting it set up, helping with once the image train is in place with setting the right back focus and those type of things. But there's going to be a range of issues we're probably going to run into, and having this virtual support team, kind of like a brain trust, to quickly attack these issues as they come up, where my knowledge is not enough and you've got some unique knowledge maybe about the 6200s or the 132 or the 71 or whatever. I thought this might be might be fun to give it a try. These are things that we could do on cloudy nights when there's no imaging going on, and the activities would start after the first of the year, after the holidays. So let me know what you think. Are you interested in working on a project like this, sharing your knowledge? Have you wanted to be a teacher? Do you enjoy the process of putting information in a structure and manner that a new person to DSO imaging can easily consume? I see people that are new go on to cloudy nights, and sometimes the level of information in the beginning for them may not be the best structured to where for their almost lack of knowledge going into deep sky object imaging. So can we work to make the information, which is important, maybe more understandable for the new imager? Maybe take some of the science and math out of it initially. Is there a way to make points without having to go that deep into the math and everything? So these are things that this team, I think, could have some fun with. And our judge would be, how quickly is she up and running? How quickly is she comprehending what it really means to be a deep sky object imager? And so just thought I'd throw this opportunity out there. If you're interested, you have some free time, you enjoy sharing your knowledge with people, you have a way to deliver it in a manner that a new person can understand, and you have some specific knowledge in some of these devices, by all means, I hope you'll raise your hand and offer some of your time. And again, it'll be virtual unless you're located in the San Francisco Bay Area. Well, that'd be fantastic. She's north of Sacramento. I also plan to reach out to the Sacramento Valley Astronomical Society, of which I'm a member of, and see if there's some people there that would be willing to participate. They'd be a little bit closer. So those things will come together after I do the initial face-to-face consultation with her and kind of get an understanding of what her expectations are. And then I'd have a much better idea after that conversation how we can help. But I think by any means, having a small support team that's available to her to quickly answer questions, staffed by knowledgeable subject matter experts for the gear list that she's chosen to purchase and has had for several months now, but hasn't made any progress in getting it all together and getting it up and running, would be helpful and fun. So, all right, if you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your feedback. Do you think, is this something you'd be interested in? And maybe you're not interested because you can't contribute the time, but do you think there might be some merit to this? I mean, I know for myself as a beginner trying to get information on cloudy nights, where it was often hard to properly frame the questions, oftentimes, not understanding how to best ask questions and those type of things. It was a little bit of a challenge. Unfortunately, there were some helpful people out there, in particular Johnny Bravo was timely information. So she can definitely go that route, but I think if we can just build a little support team for her, she might be able to ramp up more quickly. And so I want to give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. So if you're interested, raise your hand through the comments, and let's have some fun, and let's help a new imager get up and running, and maybe avoid some of the bumps that we all ran into as beginners. And now maybe you say running into those bumps are important because it builds character and yada yada, and there's a lot of truth in that. But if we can make it a little bit more smooth for her, using what we learned, I think that she would really appreciate that. And then what we would ask her to do is to pass kind of that on to somebody else that she may run into that needs help once she kind of gets up and running and is experienced. So, all right. Other than that, clear skies. Till next time.